Hear ye. Here comes the king. Open the door for the king, guys. I'm coming. Okay. Pull out the nice little blanket so he can walk on it. Here you go, king. What are y'all doing? We serving you, king. I didn't say y'all serve. I said y'all come and enjoy yourselves. I ain't being uptight. I'm letting y'all guys do what you want. Oh, for real, king? Yeah, because I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? We're both young, and I respect you like you respect me. So get out there and just have fun. Do your thing. Don't worry about it. I won't put you on the bench when the crucial times. You know what I mean? I'll make sure I unfold my arms. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be stuck like my buddy Magic Johnson said about some other guy, some other coach. I'm not gonna name his name. You know. And what you looking at, Urban? I'm shell shocked. Well, you get back, okay? Go get that water pot for me and boil it. Okay, I'm so shell shocked right now that you're here in LA. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Urban Lover. You know where I'm coming from. Your mama's basement, baby. Look, first and foremost, I want to say kudos to Luke Walton. You know, I'm happy that he's a Laker as a coach. I meant to say. Now I know a lot of people knew that I was real high on Byron Scott because I feel though that the Lakers should have gave him another chance, another shot. And I know I'm be ridiculed about this, but it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now I watched the press conference. With Luke Walton. Now I was going to do a video, but man, I was so tired, man. I mean, I went out and played baseball with these cats, right, man? These guys is funny. So I went to go play baseball with these guys, right? So why is it every time I hit the ball, they tackle me? And I asked them, I say, dude, this is baseball, not football. And they said, look, you piece of crap. We want to play. If we say play soccer, you play soccer. I said, yeah, but at least warm. Don't run your mouth. Respect the game. I think, all right, okay. Me don't want no problems. So I was all tired and beat up, man. So I didn't get a chance to drop a video. But I do want to talk about some of the things I, believe in Luke Walton. And the reason why I'm really making this video is not so much of speaking on his press conference, which I am, but the main reason I'm making this video is that I believe, and this is my biased opinion, yes, biased opinion, I believe he's going to be better than Steve Kerr. And I'm going to tell you the main reason why I think he'll be better than Steve Kerr. Okay, I'm going to break down some little bit of things here. Okay, when Steve Kerr got hurt, remember this guy went 30 something in what, four? You know what I mean? And in that same sense, he didn't get the praise that he's supposed to get. I think personally, Steve Kerr shouldn't win Coach of the Year, and LeBron said it too. You know, I'm not in so many words. I mean, he think the coach in Portland should have got it, and out of respect, I think so too. Or it could have been like reason why we gave Steve Kerr it because Steve Kerr only coached like half of the Golden State Warriors game. And I used to tell people, man, the Golden State Warriors is so good that me, my uncle, my blind cousin Ricky down the street, we all can coach them. That's how good they played. I mean, that's how good that motion offense is. Now, the reason why Steve Kerr and Luke Walton are so good is because they play underneath of the Grand Wizard, Phil Jackson. Now, Phil Jackson always wanted to master the triangle offense. Now, the triangle offense was always really meant for a big. Now, keep in mind, Chicago really never had a dominant big. It was always Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Steve Kerr played with Jordan and Scottie Pippen. So if you look at Golden State's offense, it's almost a mimic of Chicago. If y'all don't believe it, just look at it. Go watch a Chicago game, like the old Chicago game, and go watch their game. Because you think about it, Klay Thompson will be your Jordan. The only thing about it, he can shoot better than Jordan. Yeah, I mean, everybody know that. He can shoot better than Jordan. And they never really had a true point guard. I mean, B.J. Armstrong and Paxson and Kerr himself. But these guys are mostly three-point specialists as well. Now, the thing is about it, because it's a triangle motion offense where you keep feeding the ball around until you get to the open score. Now, with Phil Jackson, triangle offense, like I said, it was mostly you pass to the dominant center, he pass out, then it rotate to this guy, and everybody keep moving. You know what I mean? But you had two dominant players with him and Kobe. So, but they also knew the system good enough to know when to kick it out and when not to kick it out. So, with that being said, Luke Walton got the opportunity to see both factors. Why I say this? Because check it out. He played under Steve Kerr. I mean, he coached under Steve Kerr these 2 years. Remember, they never had a dominant center. I mean, Bogut, all right, he's a B type center, but he's not like an A+ center like Shaq, Boogie Cousins, somebody like that. So he played under he played under a B+ center, a B center. So it was basically the three amigos, which was Draymond Green, Clay, and Steph Curry. These are the ones that kept the team balanced. Then you had your role players. So he had opportunity to look underneath for that and learn from Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr took some of his coaching from Phil Jackson. That's why Steve Kerr was able to take the team that Mark Jackson build up, he was able to take that team to the next level based on the fact that, he took some of that triangle offense and mixed motion offense with that. You know what I mean? So that's why he was able to catch players, switch up lineups and do a lot of other things, will catch a lot of teams off guard. With that being said, Luke Walton also played, also played under Phil Jackson. The beautiful thing about this is that when Luke Walton was hurt with the back, when he was out for his back, and he would come to the bench, he asked Phil Jackson, what did he do when his back was hurt? Phil Jackson told him, said, listen, what I used to do as a player when I hurt myself, I used to sit underneath for the coach and listen to them and their schemes and learn from them coaching wise. Because I always, and I don't know if he already planned to be a coach, but I guess he did. The Zen Master, anything about him, boy. He, like I said, he cooks up that pot of stew. Everybody get whipped in it. So Luke had the opportunity to sit underneath for Phil and learn as a player. So even Phil allowed him to call, not call, but even Phil allowed him to, observe the plays, and get in the huddle even when he was making the plays and the dynamics of it. Now, also keep in mind, he's also said at his press conference that him and Kerr was, they seen eye to eye, when it came to the players, skill level and stuff like that, or certain plays. But he also stated that there was times where he would tell Steve Kerr, make certain changes, either with the time, the player, whatever it may be, and Steve Kerr would tell him no. This is the main reason why I say that I think that Luke will be above Steve Kerr. The reason why I'm saying that is because of this. He had the opportunity to learn under Phil and Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, like I said, he only learned according to when he was out there on the court. He wasn't actually sitting underneath for there. Underneath for Phil. He probably was, because he was on the floor, but not as much as you see Jordan and Scotty. So with that being said, Luke had the opportunity to learn under both of them guys. I believe that if Luke was actually coaching in the finals, when Bogut went down, I think that if Luke, instead of running small ball, I think he would went with Ezeli as the center, because that's one of the things that killed them is the paint. Because once Bogut went down, LeBron and them could do anything they want to do in that paint, and they didn't fix the matchup. Ezeli, when he was in there, it just didn't. I guess I don't know, when he was in there, it was already like too late. And then they had Spates, whatever. They could have put him there too, because he's like 6'10", just to put a body in there to keep them out of the paint or something. But they didn't utilize their bigs. And on top of that, that's why I say Luke was going to be a better coach than Steve Kerr. Now, keep that in mind. Also, this is what I got out the press conference after listening to him, he said one thing he wanted to do is he wanted to build around the player's strength and weakness, So he's going to get into the, in the gym and watch some of the players' strength and weakness and try to build according to what makes it work for them. Like if I know that you, like for instance, if I'm Jordan Clarkson, I know your biggest game is, driving to the basket, then I'm going to build off of what you do. Like he was saying about D'Angelo Russell. He was saying, like, D'Angelo Russell is good at the pick and roll, which Byron Scott didn't really run. It was mostly ISO plays. It was basically Kobe offense. Let's be real. But D'Angelo Russell is good off the pick and roll. So he already said that he's going to try to utilize his skill set, which is his strength, the pick and roll, and use it to his best ability. Now, here's where I say that he's going to be better also, because on top of that, the Lakers have an opportunity to get Hassan Whiteside, or Joakim Noah, or Al Horford, whoever decided to come to L.A. I'm hoping that it'll be Hassan Whiteside, because we really need interior defense. I know a lot of other players could bring different elements to the game, but we are hurting in the paint. Guys are just doing whatever they want. If you watch the games, guys were averaging like 30, 40 points in the paint on us. We need a rim protector. We need somebody to make them guys think twice before they come in that paint. And that's why I'm so big on Hassan Whiteside, because in reality of it, he's utility man. He will be good on pick and rolls. Marcellus Hurtis is good on pick and rolls. Tariq, Larry Nance, Julius Randle, all them guys are good on pick and rolls. So when D'Angelo Russell is running a pick and roll, guys like Randle, Larry Nance, Tariq Black, if we get Hassan Whiteside, these guys will flourish off the pick and roll. That's what John Stockton and Karl Malone used to run too, and they was good at that pick and roll. You couldn't stop them too, man. People used to hate them in the pick and roll, man. Oh my gosh. Karl Malone used to kick people in the face, with the mailman coming in looking all pretty, but he got that big 15,000 boot sticking out like a brick, smacked somebody in the face. But you know how it is. Back in the days, man, they were a little rough, man. Them guys, man, they came straight out of jail. So he's real big on the pick and roll. Then he said he definitely gonna bring the Warriors offensive scheme to LA. He did say that that the Lakers are not ready for the small ball, because on Julius Randle, he's really high on Julius Randle. He said Julius Randle reminded him so much of Draymond Green. He said, and he could pass, You know, he can do a lot of things that Draymond Green can do. The only two things that hurt Julius Randle is actually his defense and his jumpers. Once Julius Randle get the defense and the jumpers down, I'm telling people I think that he would be better than Draymond. I mean, because he's a little physical, and people get to there and say, "Oh, Draymond better than him." All this and that. Yeah, right now Draymond had 4 years in the league. This is his first year in the league for Julius Randle. Keep in mind when Julius Randle was playing in the summer league when they played against the Golden State. What did he do to Draymond Green? Gave him the business. I know Draymond Green got him back in the regular season, but it is what it is. So he definitely want to use Randle as the Draymond Green later on down in the future. All right. One other thing he said about it that he, based on learning something from Kobe, he learned of his work ethic, how he would get in the gym, practice on his jump shot, practice on his game. He said that Chef Curry would do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like every day he would get up, practice on his game, practice on his jump shot. Call him the MVP. He was always trying to find a way to make his game that much better. So he said the Lakers are definitely going to be big on the work ethic. They're going to make sure them guys get in the gym. One good thing is that you already seeing it now from D'Angelo, Larry Nance, Anthony Brown, JC, even Julius. You seeing them guys getting in there working on their shot, and they tweeting. If y'all guys ain't found them guys, man, you're not a real Laker fan. Go get on another bandwagon, you piece of crap. Kaboom! Get these guys out of here, fake Laker fans. If you ain't find these guys on the tweet, what are you doing? Or not on the Twitter? I'm so I'm just my first year of really getting on Twitter. And I'm gonna call it the tweet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I mean. So he said that, he said he's definitely gonna give him freedom, to play that game, man. He said, it's supposed to be a fun game. I don't want to be making them all uptight and all that. Semi to Byron Scott. He didn't throw no slurs at him, but I'm just saying that. He said he wanted them to enjoy the game, man, and if they make mistakes, he wanted them to take full responsibility of their mistakes. That's the only way they can really learn, to let them be loose and let them enjoy it. So I respect that. He said he could relate to the young players, and he put himself in their shoes, So, it'd be good because they have somebody almost at the age to talk to. Like, for instance, the Nick Young, D'Angelo Russell situation. Byron Scott ain't know what to do, but he just stepped back and let the locker room, do whatever. I think Luke Walton would have stepped in and said, "Look, guys, let's be men, blah, blah, blah. You made a mistake." I think he would have fixed the situation much better than what it is right now. Where we have a set fan base where 70% of them say kick Nick Young out the freaking window, and the other 30% say get rid of D'Angelo Russell, and that's sad. I think both of these brothers need a chance of redemption because they both were wrong. There's no right man in that situation, so let's be real with that one. So that's a good thing to hear as well. All right. So he also said he's gonna be running up tempo. He said a lot of floor space, and he definitely needs shooters. He said JC and D'Angelo Russell at this moment are not Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, which is understandable. He said, but, we do have shooters, meaning that it's going to be a lot of ball movement and a lot of spacing, and you're going to be having guys, man, just banging them. That's why I try to tell guys, if you look at our squad right now, and I can say it all in one hand, even with Lou, Shooting Williams, all them guys right now, if you look at the guys right now, we do have a good bunch of shooters. So I'm happy. Luke, welcome to L.A. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Luke, put your hands up. Luke, baby got back. Oh, that's the wrong Luke, ain't it? Yeah, what's the old Luke? Luke from Miami. Luke, I can't remember that song. God dang, boy, I'm old and I'm getting brain damage. Help me. Anyway, people, it's your man Irby coming from your mama's basement. Have a blessed day, baby.